Hello everyone. Welcome to the last video in the Indian Ethos and Management. In the final module, we are going to look at Indian ethos in a global and digital world. In that, we are going to look at the Indian ethos in the contemporary business. We'll also be seeing the globalization and cultural diversity from the Indian perspective. And finally, the technology and ethics and the modern business challenges and what solutions does Indian philosophy have to give towards all this. First of all, let us look at the Indian ethos in contemporary business. We know that the modern business environment or today's business world is shaped by globalization and digital transformation, which leads to rapid technological change. While I know these creates a lot of opportunities, they also bring in ethical dilemmas and cultural challenges. So Indian ethos offers timeless value that help balance between growth and responsibility. So this session is actually I mean, it tries to focus on how Indian values are applied in globalization and technological ethics. So it provides a value-based framework that helps organizations remain human-centric while operating in complex global and digital context. So the philosophy here is to balance between technology as well as ethics, trying to be inclusive and responsible. Now, what is the Indian perspective on globalization and cultural diversity? India has always believed in globalization and inclusivity, which is underlined in uh, the age-old philosophy guided. Age-old philosophy followed by our culture, called as the Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. Okay, so it means working with people from different cultures, beliefs, and traditions as one family or world as one family. So, this mindset prepares Indian managers to respect differences rather than standardize it or trying to bring about a uniformity, which we normally see in the case of Western culture. So, the Indian values like the kshama or the tolerance and anukulata or the adaptability, it actually gives an upper hand to the multinational companies operating in other cultures or other countries to adapt to their culture rather than trying to impose what is ours. So this actually helps in managing diverse teams consisting of people from various uh, countries, various backgrounds, various culture, contributing towards the organizational success and trying to build in global partnerships. So, as I said, the difference between the Indian values and the Western values is that Indian values are deep rooted in the concepts like tolerance and ahimsa. Uh, and tolerance is one of the core values that enables acceptance of different viewpoints and practices. So, this is what is showcased by the Indian MNCs operating globally because they show patience and tolerance towards local customs, local labor practices, the consumer behavior, which actually tries to reduce the conflict between the international stakeholders. So this actually helps Indian firms to diverge smoothly into the foreign markets of the global environment. So this adaptability actually allows Indian businesses to modify product and management styles, marketing strategies according to the local needs. So instead of the rigid one size fits all concept, Indian firms adopt flexible strategies. So this adaptability strengthens global competition and also helps in long-term sustainable relationships. So it's uh, a very important value system that we have imbibed from the Indian philosophy of tolerance and acceptability. Now, in this technology driven era, let us look at how Indian philosophy has solutions to business challenges. We know that with technological advancements such as AI, automation, data analytics, ethical issues such as data privacy, job loss, all these are increasing. So many organizations are mainly focusing on efficiency and profitability, which automatically leads to ignoring human consequences. So it creates a ethical risk as well as societal backlash. Now, technology without ethics can definitely harm society and business reputation. So, the Indian ethos rooted in dharma or the right conduct and ahimsa, which means non-harm. These values actually tries to make use of technology responsibly by protecting consumer data, ensuring fairness in AI decisions, balancing automation with human welfare. So, technology should support the human well being but not replace human values. Let us look at the managerial implications of all these. So, it necessarily says that the leaders or managers should be ethical. So, the Indian ethos, in Indian ethos, it encourages decision making that considers long-term societal impact and not just short-term profits. We have already seen that in almost all the videos that we have been going through. So it is deep rooted in this philosophy that leadership should be ethical, which helps in building trust among employees, customers, the global partners, and all the stakeholders concerned. So, by integrating tolerance, adaptability, and human centric ethics, organizations can achieve global success but without losing their ethical compass. So, to conclude, I would like to say that Indian values such as tolerance, adaptability, human centric ethics helps business succeed in global and digital environment. By integrating Indian ethos into business practice, organizations can achieve sustainable growth while remaining socially responsible. So, in a global and digital age, or this world which is driven by globalization and technology, Indian ethos ensures that business remains human, ethical, and inclusive. So, with that, we have come to the end of this video as well as our discussion on Indian ethos and management. I'm sure in the small attempt to bring in some idea, some knowledge on the Indian thoughts and philosophies in management, you were able to gain some idea about what our value systems talked about uh, business, management, leadership, organizations, and the globalization and inclusivity and all that. So I hope you have enjoyed these videos and were able to gain some insight. I wish you all the very best uh, in continuing learning in such areas. And thank you very much.